Hi, welcome to part 2 in the series on our Become forums, and these are shortened informational videos in case you don't have time to watch the whole forum. These conceptualize different important points that we made over the course of our presentations. This one is, I explain in this presentation, why is it so much easier, and even if we don't want to, where we get focused on any kind of criticism or negative emotion as opposed to being able to feel the positive emotions or really enjoy the compliments that might be coming our way. So I hope this makes sense, and thanks for watching. When I was trained in EMDR, which we're going to get into that later, but it's a very effective type of therapy that helps people heal from trauma. When I was trained in that, I learned that there are 4 basic negative human emotions and there are 4 basic positive human emotions. And I think in therapy, and even as humans in general, we kind of tend to gravitate towards the negative ones, or the ones we pay attention to, and they are mad, sad, fear, and disappointed. And the positive ones I have up here: love, joy, pride, and calm. And I want to give you a little, what I learned that helped me understand this concept. So, kind of show of hands if you can relate to this. You could do something, or like present or do something out of your box, out of your comfort zone or whatever, and you might get showered with compliments. You might get 20 compliments, and then you get 1 criticism. Are you going to pay attention to all the compliments? Or are you going to pay attention to the criticism? Who here can say, yeah, I'm going to pay attention to the criticism? That's the one that you're going to focus on. Yeah. Well, good news. That's part of the way we're designed. It's a survival mechanism. And once I learned that makes so much sense to me. Here's my little story about like a little cave family, okay? Prehistorical family. Maybe not that prehistoric, I don't know. So they're the cave guy and his family, and it's like a night like that. It's warm, it's like today, sun, and they have some food, and they're by the water, and the kids are playing, and all this great stuff, and all of a sudden, he can see the tall grass moving, and saber-toothed tiger is lurking in the grass. So he quick grabs his spear and he's like, oh. Does he care that it's gorgeous out? Does he care that, oh yeah, we got food for tonight? No, none of that matters. What matters is there's a threat in the grass, and all this is going to go away if I don't attend to the saber-toothed tiger. Same thing, that's our reptile brain, or that's the trauma part of our brain, the brain stem, amygdala area. That's on alert all the time, and it's a good thing. That's what keeps us surviving, and we don't even have to think about it. It's like, whoa! Like, if somebody dropped a book, we'd all be like, whoa! You just do that. So once we understand that, and then you get a whole bunch of compliments and 1 criticism, you can go, okay, reptile brain, calm down, like, let's get a little, and it takes a while. And I talk about being flooded with, like, those negative emotions, it's survival stuff. So it takes a while to get out of that survival mode. But what I'd like to talk to you about tonight is stretching our window of tolerance for the good stuff. And we're going to give you some solid ideas on how you can do that. And it takes practice. If we're very familiar with being anxious or mad, or, that's so easy to get on that pathway. But if we're not so used to these, and, Maddie's talk kind of highlighted that, where she started, so when we're in our window, that means we can think and feel and act all at the same time. So what we want is a nice big window. If we go out of our window of tolerance, we either hyper-arouse and kind of get anxious or agitated or freaking out, hyper-vigilant, or we go out the other side, which is shut down, hypo-arouse, avoid. So what Maddie was talking about, she started to feel some relief, So maybe she started to feel like one of, these are the headings, but there's nuances that kind of go under those. So you might have felt calm, a little bit calmer. And as soon as you started to feel that, bam, nope, you're supposed to feel guilty, like I'm bad. So that's an example of why it's hard to stretch the window. We're not used to being in it, or we have those negative messages, the shoulds or whatever they are, that kick us right out of it. And what I help my clients that I work with to understand, let's slow down and notice when we're feeling the good stuff. And especially people that have a trauma history, boy, it's hard to feel and notice and stay in them because you feel like it's not safe. It's not safe to stay in one of these, especially if there's a saber-toothed tiger that's been circling ever since childhood, and sometimes he pounces. So it's important to ground, to look around, know that, okay, nope, there's no saber-tooth. Maybe I can stretch this.